thing I want to tell you guys is for all of you that have Kindle, either a Kindle or the Kindle app on your phone, I have made my book, I Had to Let Go, free for the conference today. So for all of those who are here at the conference, who are watching via live or wherever, share it with a friend. The link will be free, 24 hours. Please, if you have it, go ahead and get the book while it's free. See, I didn't write the book for money. I wrote the book to help someone else heal. Because there's so many of us women that are going through the same thing, but each of us think it's just me, it's just me, it's just me. No. But if we never talk to each other, we can never help each other. So what I'm going to talk to you guys today is a little touchy. It may pinch a little. I'm going to apologize if I pinch you in advance. But what I want to talk to you today about is us women saying we don't do women. I was guilty. That used to be my logo. I don't do females. Hold on. You know what I was really saying? I don't do myself. Because how could I not do females when I was born one? And an older woman said to me one day, she said, don't you ever say that again. You have daughters. I said, I love my daughters, but I don't do females because I can't trust them. They tricky and they nasty. Hold on, sister girl. That means you talking about you. How nasty and dirty are you in the process? So I had to look in my mirror at my one self. And as I looked at my one self, I said, oh my God, cleanse me, oh Lord. For I am filthy and wretched and nasty. See, some of us aren't able to stand in front of people and say that. But because of where I am with God right now, I can honestly tell you, there was a time that they would have called me to come speak, and if there wasn't a dollar sign attached to it, I would not have shown up. And talking about, let's go somewhere, I was always busy, and I might have been home on the couch because I didn't want to be bothered. But how dare I? But now let me tell you where that comes from. Now this is where it's going to begin to pinch a little. Because I think everybody in here can agree and not feel bad about saying at some point they've said, I don't do it. And most of it is because we thought they didn't do us. But we just don't think we do each other because the little girl inside of us is unhealed and still broken. See, that little girl inside of us saw somebody or do something or heard somebody say something that pushed us into a shell away from other females. So this is going to be a mixed message. Part of it is testimony and part of it is logic. Part of it is scripture. It's a little mix up in there. So I was born the daughter of a heroin addict. My mother was on heroin. But I didn't want for anything because my grandparents on both sides had money. But money could not buy me love. Money could not buy me a mother. My grandmother, though I loved my grandmothers unconditionally, they could never be my mother. So I desired to be with my mother. Little did I know they were protecting me by keeping me, but I wanted to go there. So I went. At 6 years old, I experienced the worst pain a child could feel. When my mother looked me in my eyes and said, I did not hurt you. I was 6. What had I done? I didn't even know how to do anything yet. When you can't trust your mother, you will have a hard time trusting anybody else. Not just other women, people in general. But see, that's where the I don't do women starts. But then it gets worse. Because remember I said my mother was a heroin addict. So my aunties and my grandmothers, God rest their souls, they didn't realize what they were doing. But when they would sit around and talk about the things that she did, or how low down she was, or how she was raised different and was doing this or that, now I am experiencing gossip firsthand. Backbiting firsthand. It ain't from the neighbor. It's not at the school. It's right there. How many of us as mothers, aunties, grandmothers sit in front of the children and talk about stuff we probably shouldn't? What is the seed that we're planting? And we're human. So we talk about stuff. When we get frustrated, we talk about stuff. We might have went to the house and so-and-so's house was dirty. It might not always be dirty. It was dirty that day and we mad because we felt like they should have cleaned it up because they know better. Now we on the phone with Sally Mae. That nasty, so-and-so and such and such. The child hears this. And all this child knows is you're talking behind this person's back. So if my aunties and my grandmas and my this and my that, what will another female do? If they will cut down this one, that one, or even me. Because see, what I heard all my life is you're going to be just like your mama. The devil is a liar. Be careful what you speak over somebody else's life. Yes. Be careful the seeds you plant. Yes. Because right now, if each of us stopped and evaluated ourselves, we could go back to a place at about the same age range, maybe a little younger, and identify why we as adults said, I don't do it. I'm not saying that your mothers were bad. No, that's not what I'm saying. But you may have heard her talk about the neighbor. Or, we'll go a little deeper. You might have saw her friend sneaking around with daddy. Or the babysitter sneaking around with daddy. Or the person you called on Susie, who was really stepmama B. See, but we don't look at this. We grow up, we have a complex. I don't like this one because she's black. I don't like this one because she's yellow. I don't like this one because she's fat. I don't like this one because she's skinny. Hold on. Because underneath it, we're all the same, aren't we? Because if we were born women, there are three things that all of us have. Unfortunately, regardless of the size, the shape, we all are females. Why do we hate each other so? And we say it's because of the men. But it doesn't start with the men. It really starts with us. And you know what they do? They watch us talk about each other. They watch us roll our eyes at each other. They watch us suck our teeth and flop our hair. And they play on that. See, that's where they get their fuel from. They use ends against the middle, just like our children do. So, you know what he uses to get you right? He begins to look somewhere else. And when you see him looking, now they might not have gave him no time today, but you see him looking, now you getting tight because you don't want him to stray, but at the same time, now you got animosity towards what he's looking at. Right. They may be innocent. They might not even know your man. But now, when you act a certain way toward them, now they're going to act a certain way back. So you think they rolling their eyes at you because they want your man, and they just rolling their eyes because you rolled yours first. Right now. Can we get some healing in here today? Yes. Because let me tell you the one thing I learned, and it took me a while because I'm hard-headed, is that there is no I in team. If God created us to be all alone, He only made one of us. And so somewhere in this kingdom building, we have to stop being about I, and be about we. It troubles my heart at times. Because I look and I see each generation coming behind us with the same crazy foolishness. The same areas of low self-esteem. The same areas of pain and anger. And it's such angry women. Oh, we angry. Y'all never stopped and thought about? The Bible said that David slayed Goliath. But our interpretation of being beautiful is being slayed. Slave still means killing and destroying. It still means slaying. What you're doing is slaying your own self. Talking about you slaying. Because I'm not against makeup. I'm not against weed. I'm not against anything you feel like you want to do. But I just want you to know you don't need it. It's become an addiction. Some of us can't go to the corner store without full foundation. You are addicted to the attention you get when you put on your mask. But who are you really? Can you look at yourself when your mask is off? Do you still love yourself when it's just you, raw and uncut? Or do you have to put on somebody else? Do you have to be Barbie or whoever's trending right now? Hello Kitty, whoever. Everybody, every day is somebody new you're trying to be. Everybody, oh, we all baby. We all Barbie. And we all, no. It's okay to be Tiffany and Barbara and Crystal and Gigi. It's okay. Because we are each uniquely, beautifully made by the Most High. Yes. He didn't cut us with a cookie cutter and make us gingerbread men. And just the way we all look different, we all carry a different gift. Now, how many of you believe right now, no matter what your situation is, that your gift will make room for you? Yes. See, people get it twisted, and people stand in the pulpit and say, it's going to make you rich. It says it will make room for you in front of the people in high places. Now, when you get in front of them, what you going to do? See, it doesn't determine money. First, money is a means to an end. But if you can get out there and let your light shine, because God's going to provide everything you need anyway, where will your gift take you? Are you watering the seed of your gift? Or are you so busy worried about what somebody else isn't giving you that you're letting your own dream die? How many of you wake up every morning and say, I wish I could, I wish I had? You're not dead. What's stopping you? See, I can identify with Tiffany. Because when I first started, I didn't have no money either. See, I said, God said, you're going to write a book. I said, the publishing company said I need 5,000 copies, this, that. I need you to send me some money. He said, I ain't sending you no money. I am sending you a manuscript. Write the book. I said, well, okay. Last time I wasn't obedient, I ended up flat on my back sick. So let me get you right. Right. And God said, now you've been in the music industry 25 years. You've put out CDs. You've put out DVDs. You've put out movies. You intimidated by a book? Hold on. Okay. See, God knows how to work with me. But so does the enemy. Because of my troubled childhood, I'm a fighter. See, everybody thought when I went into ministry I was going to change. But God said, no, you're not going to change. I bred you a fighter. And for me, you will fight. So, get your stubborn self on that laptop. In the same way you figured out how to get to your money, you get that book out. All right. And I self-published my book. Yes. And at first I was like, well, nobody knows me. They're not going to want to read it. He said, I gave you this story. And there's people out there who need to hear it. And when I thought I was not going to tell the story, then he sent Tiffany. Tiffany had no idea that she was rolling in to be the catalyst of no longer will Precious be quiet and hold her story. See, ever since I left Tennessee that day, I've been telling my story. Right. Something about the mountains and the crisp, clean air. Something about getting in the car and driving and knowing I had a deadline. I left when I got off work. I had to be to work the next morning. So I was booking down the highway. And on the way back, I said, you know what? I cried, but I did it. Nobody laughed at me. Nobody looked down at me. Nobody kicked me out. Woo-hoo! I did it. I began to tell bits and pieces to young ladies, and I began to see God change their life. Notice I didn't say me, because I can't change nothing. I couldn't even change me, but God. And he said, I know it hurt. I know you wanted a mother. I know you wanted a normal family. I know you were scared when you were kidnapped. I know you were hurt when you were raped. But from all of this, someone else is going to be set free. In the same way, my son died on the cross for you. That's your sacrifice for me. And when I tell you to go say something, it would behoove you to go say it. Because the person that you don't tell, if they die in their sin, it's on your hands. Now what you gonna do? Well, I realized what they were talking about when I was a child. It was a play, no arms are too short to box with God. And I used to always wonder what they meant until I was in that place. And my arms were too short. So I had to say, well, what team do I really want to be on? And I picked a team and I picked a side. And it wasn't easy. Even yet this morning, the enemy was throwing the attack. But I knew I had to press. Because if but one person was helped by what me and Tiffany had to say, I needed to open that door. Yeah. Amen. That door needed to open today. I was secure with myself knowing if only one person was in this building, my work was done. I just had to open the door. Because see, when I began talking about the event, somebody said, well, you're not in the in crowd, Pete. The popular people aren't going to come. I said, I am the in crowd. I am the trendsetter. Yes. And who God wants at the event, people sing to the event. Yes. So those of you with businesses out there who think nobody's going to buy your service or your product because you feel like nobody knows you, trust God, He will send you the people. He will send them. The enemy is going to come at you in all kind of ways. Do not let fear overtake you. The same women you thought you didn't do are the same women that's going to be buying your product and coming to your service. And guess what? You're going to do the same for them. Let go of the fear. Let go of the anger. Let go of the pain. Allow God to heal you. Some of you don't want to look at the past because it hurts so bad. Don't you know you got to face it to heal? Some of you are battling repressed fears. You don't know why you're triggered, why you're so angry. You don't know what happened. It's time to get by yourself and ask God. God, reveal it to me. That I may be healed and set free. That the enemy would no longer have these bounds on me. That he would no longer have me held by these chains. That the yoke would be broken off of my life, oh Lord. That my eyes would be clear. Because right now, ladies, we are at war. We think we're at war with each other. This war isn't about us. It's not physical. It's spiritual. And we're trying to fight a spiritual war with a carnal mind. Don't you know the things of the Spirit don't even trip about the carnal things? Right now, as foretold by Scripture, the ruler of this world has the minds of the people blinded. How long will we walk in darkness before we ask that the scales be removed from our eyes? How long will we think it's okay to put down our sister when we've been just as dirty at some point? When is the last time you walked up to one of these young ladies with their pants around their butt and their boxers on and hugged them? When's the last time you told them it's okay? I still love you. When's the last time we even talked to one to figure out why they want to be a boy instead of a girl? We just throw them to the curb. They're an abomination. I'm not saying that they're not, but so was I. And I didn't have to be a lesbian to be an abomination. I was out there selling drugs, killing my community. So that made me a murderer. I was scamming, so that made me a liar. God help me now. We got to quit acting like we were born clean. We were born into sin. And we were redeemed by the blood of the Lamb.
Yes.
Not because we were so good.
That's right.
Or because we were so perfect. But because God had mercy on us. Yet we act like we can't have mercy on nobody else. We turn our nose up at women that strip or sell their body. Maybe they don't know nothing else. If you know so much, teach them something.
That's right.
We run around and we just do nasty stuff to each other. Oh, I don't like her, so I'm going to holler at her man. Child, he ain't nothing. He ain't nothing to her. He ain't going to be nothing for you neither. So while you was talking about trying to hurt her, you done hurt yourself.
Well, hurt yourself.
Because now, he ain't just her problem, he's your problem. And her problems are your problems. And whoever she slept with, guess what? He done deposited in you too. So you running around wondering why your belly hurts so bad? It's all them spirits that's been left behind. How many of us get up every morning and ask to be freed and cleared of the ungodly soul ties we got attached to us? How many of us are walking around and we can't find a husband because we have so many of them already? Sometimes we gotta ask to be cleansed and loosed and set free because we dirty. Come on now. Just because you got $300 hair in don't make you all that. You think that dove and that ivory done cleaned you up, you need some Holy Ghost.
That's right.
Bitter, angry, nose in the air, turning your nose at the people, rolling your eyes. The people don't owe you nothing, but you call yourself a woman of God. Give them a smile. Give them a hug. I'll be the first to admit, I have to remember to smile. I have to set a timer in my phone to remind me. Because it's not that I'm angry, it's that I'm busy. But God knows my secret heart. If you could just catch me and tap me and say, Pete, I'm going to do whatever you ask me to. There's some people in this room right now that knows if you call me at 3 in the morning, I'm up. And I'm coming. I'm not asking about no gas money, and I don't need to know what's going on. We praying, we doing whatever. But some people just because of my countenance. Because see, they dressed me today. But normally you're going to catch me in some tennis shoes and some jeans. Because guess what? My ministry style is out there on the ground. I don't mean just in the hood walking. I mean if you're laid out on the ground, I'm going to get on right down there next to you. See, I can't be in a suit for what I do. Because if I walk past you and you're broken, how dare I keep walking by? How dare I? Who am I to walk past you with my nose up? Because I think you made a mistake in life.
Yeah. Say that.
Each day I'm one step from homelessness. It's my God that keeps a roof over my head. Not anything. So how dare I mistreat someone because they don't have a house? I'm going to judge their decisions. What about my decisions? They have not always been good. See, this is a short conference. I have to tell y'all my real story. We'd be here for days. Talking about filth. I made some bad decisions. But I'm here simply to tell you that regardless of your bad decisions, let your past go and move forward. Because here you are. Just like Tiffany said, in your handcuffs. You all bound up. You all tied up. You all hurt. You feel like it's your man's fault. He don't know what to do for you. You feel like it's your kids' fault. You feel like it's your homegirl's fault. You're blaming your mama, you're blaming your daddy. God is in front of you. You see that light shining down this path? He is always the light at the end of the tunnel. But you're so caught up till you don't see the light. It's not that it's not there. You're just looking for the wrong person to save you. Your own, what do you call it? Oh, goodness. Help me, Holy Ghost. Your own tag. And your own online booty call. Your own Facebook, your own Snapchat, your own Twitter. You're telling everybody your business. You're on the telephone. Susie, Sally, Henry, Sam. Help me, help me, help me. God is sitting there saying, don't you see me?
Don't you see me?
Don't you see me?
Say that.
They just gave you an eviction notice. I just gave you 6 months free rent. You still don't see me? Why don't you see me? You can barely get anything done. You're wondering why your business is not thriving, why your kids acting crazy. You're on Facebook all day telling all your business. The same people hitting the like button is going in their secret closet praying against you. They're calling the demons of hell to stop your blessing, and you putting on for the city. Going down the dirt road, rubbing dirt road smut on your back. And you just going around hugging and smiling. Because you're popular instead of praying. How many of us know it's okay to not be popular? See, we don't have to be popular. The only person who I care about knowing my name is my father. See, I don't want to get there and my name ain't in the book. I don't want to get there and he said, daughter of iniquity, I know you not. Because then all my living was in vain. See, there was a time that I didn't care. What I cared about was where the money was. What I cared about was, I didn't even really care about me and all that much. They came and they went, oh well. The fact of the matter was, where was the money at? Because I didn't know how to love. Remember, I didn't have my money. All I knew was money, because to keep me happy and to make me feel loved, that's what my grandparents did. Buy me everything and send me to different schools and so all I know is money. So I don't really love him anyway. He's just a feeling. He's just a placeholder. He's just something to do. See, some of us can't be that way with ourselves. But see, I'm on husband number 3. But this is the only husband God gave me. See, the husband I gave is myself. See, that's not getting people. See, because all of us sit around and say, well, he who finds a wife finds a good thing, but you was on blackpeoplemeet.com. Did he really find you? Or are you advertising? And if you found your husband there, please don't be offended. Just but if you advertising, see, I'm gonna break down something. I'm gonna make this quick, and I'm gonna go hurry and pour back to Tiffany. She got a lot more for us. But see, when you really break down and study, and you know that Proverbs tells us that we are priceless jewels, and so jewels are formed under pressure. Jewels ain't just picked off a tree like that. Jewels are formed under pressure. And you know what they have to do to find a jewel? They gotta dig and they gotta excavate. See, they gotta just tra-la-la-la, and here's a jewel in the middle of the road. See, that jewel ain't on the bar stool. When you on the bar stool, you out for a drink. You in your carnal self, and you just having fun. See, if he didn't have to dig to find you, because you were advertising, you like a car. You were sold to the highest bidder. Or the person with the best credit. Because he got to find you. And so my first 2 husbands didn't find me. No, they didn't have to find me. Because I was right on out there. And what was so bad about it, I wasn't even advertising. I was just out there. And so I was attracted to dope boys, but I was attracted to dope boys because I was a dope girl. So because I sold dope, I couldn't go get a good guy because he wasn't going to understand the lifestyle. He was going to think I was a cuckoo bird. So I had to get somebody that could identify with the fact that I ain't coming home till 4 in the morning. And I might come home with 10 grand and I might come home with nothing. And you might have to bond me out of jail. Or you might have to pull in the cut and catch me because I'm running from the police. So they didn't have to find me because that was where I was at. We was trapped, as they call it now. But see, after my second divorce, I had to look at me. Because now this is husband number 2. And so, where everybody thought I was going to just bash him, I couldn't bash him because he wasn't in it by himself. So regardless of the things he did that were not right, I put myself there. Because he's not a bad person, but God didn't send him to be my husband. See, it's okay to be friends with your homeboy and keep your knees closed. Just because you had a few drinks and now he smells good to you and he looks good to you, keep your knees closed because if he was meant to be your man, he wouldn't be your homeboy. See, your homeboy, you know them deep secrets, but you still go there. So who's the fool? You knew he wasn't worth not a relationship in the first place. But that lonely night, when that Hennessy done kicked in, some of y'all might drink Patron, or might have drunk Patron at that time. But see, some of us all the women, Hennessy was the thing. Hennessy, straight no chaser. And back then it was joints instead of months. And we was chilling, and now we done got too high, too drunk, and forgot we was homies and we didn't like each other for a reason, and now our feet to the ceiling. And you know, can I be 100 with y'all? And you know when your feet to the ceiling and it hit that spot, you just don't know. You don't even care who it is no more. You just there. And the whole while, you digging your own mental grave. Because this person that you know is not committed, is not faithful, is not loyal. Because all your life you heard there's power in the P, and you've mistaken it for your punani, not realizing it was prayer. Don't be fooled. There is power in the P, but the P is prayer, not what's between your legs. But you've been taught that it was, so you think the more you snap, the more he's gonna conform. Baby, he ain't conforming because she's snapping, she's snapping, she's sucking. Everybody doing something. Let's just be real. And you know what? But to those who have children, please excuse my bluntness, but I talk to my children and my grandchildren the same way. Because I don't want them to be fooled when they walk out the door. So just because you run around here and he's calling you wet, and snapping turtle and all kind of foolishness, please don't be fooled into thinking you're the only one doing that. It didn't stop doing it with yours.
Oh no.
Come on now.
Come on, real talk.
Because if you exercise, all of them gonna be. But this man that's sitting back watching you. When you drop your paper, he's handing it to you. But he ain't flirting, he just keep on going. When you ain't got no lunch money and mysteriously he gives you half of his sandwich. I didn't say he bought one.
That's right.
But he cared enough to give you half of his, even though he couldn't afford to go buy another.
All that.
Those are the ones we overlook because they lame and they nerdy and they ain't got no money and they ain't balling and hoo hoo hoo. Guess what? He's the one. He's the one who sees you for who you are. He's the one who sees even the broken little girl inside of you and is willing to accept that too. Because when God gives you a husband, he's going to give him the insight. Because for real, God is going to give him the insight because he's going to need to know how to deal with you. But he's going to be part of your healing process if you let it. He will be part of your healing process. He'll know without you telling him. She needs a father. She never had one. She needs a peaceful place. She's never had one. She needs a protector. She's never had one. She needs a provider because she's never had one. Because some of us have never had one. Some of our parents weren't there. We provided for ourselves. We protected ourselves. Some of us, because we had no protector, for whatever reason, were molested. And he'll see that brokenness and still love us. See, well, my spiritual mother taught me a lot about the T's, training, tradition, and trauma. And some of the things we do are based on these T's. And certain things happen that triggers a T. You wonder why you had an outburst? Sit down somewhere and think about it. It's triggered a T. You wonder why you don't like this person? Something about their personality triggered a T. But how long are we going to be controlled by our T's? When God promised us a renewing of our mind. Yes. But we just didn't accept it or didn't ask for it. We come to him and we say, I need a man. You need a mind. We go to him and say, I need money to rent this dude. You need healing. The money will come. He is Jehovah Jireh, the Lord God that provides if you let him. But if you ask him for your healing, if you ask him for your mind. So I'm not going to keep you guys all day, but as I prepare to close, I'd like you guys to stand up for 1 second and just speak this into the atmosphere. No matter who gave birth to me, I am the daughter. I am the daughter of the Most High God. He designed me in his image. And because of this, I am great. I can do all things. Because Jesus died for me. No longer am I bound. To the sins of my past. And no longer do I wish to be changed. To the soul ties attached to me that are not of God. Lord, I pray that you would just allow there to be a release in the spirit, oh God. Father, that you would touch each and every one of us under the sound of my voice. Lord, that you would break the yokes and the bondage, Father. Lord, all of us carry something. But you said your yoke is easy and your burden light. Yet we're bent over, God, as if our backs hurts. Something's wrong with that picture. Father, we ask that you would just remove the spiritual baggage. Some of us are like mountain climbers, backpacks on our back. Father, we ask that you would just loose us right now and set us free. Loose us, oh God. Cleanse us, Father. Cleanse us with your hyssop, oh Lord, that we shall be white as snow. Forgive us and give us a forgiving heart that we may forgive others. And Lord, as we go forth, let us go forth in greatness. Following your will and not our own. Learning to trust and to love, but not be foolish. And Lord, we ask you this in Jesus' name.